Game of Thrones here on Scrumptious Unscripted. Day late, dollar short, but we got some things to talk about. I'm your hostess, Kat. That is the good Sir Pappy. And we are talking about episode 7.
The Broken
The
Man.
Broken Man of season 6.
The Broken Men of season 6.
Lots of broken people.
I feel like almost every male character highlighted in this episode was broken in some way. We had Jamie. We had Sir No Penis. We had the Hound. Which, alright, there's a point to you. What was my comment last night? And lady boners throughout the universe.
Yeah.
Just poo everywhere.
And lady boners rejoiced all across the land.
So let's begin with the tale of the Hound and Ian McShane finally showing up. I was very wrong. I fell for the rumors that he was going to be the third brother, the priest of the drowned god. Apparently he just really wanted to be on the show for an episode.
Dude, guys, I'll do anything. I swear, I'll do anything.
Anything you say? Well, we're running out of regulars to kill, but we still have plenty of Hollywood stars to murder. And that is what happened. Here's the Hound. I love your note, little town full of little people.
I did. I was waiting for the Disney musical to break out, man. Just chopping their little quaint potatoes and all that good stuff.
Yeah. So, I guess that would make the Hound the antagonist if it were a Disney film?
He would totally be Gaston. Because no
I mean-
one chops wood like Gaston.
So here's the Hound, somehow survived. Priest Ian McShane, as he will now be known as, found him barely alive, surprisingly alive, and he pulled through. And now he's part of this quaint little Quaker village, basically. You know, we're all very peaceful people here, so that when bad guys show up, we let them know that we're very peaceful
Right.
and have no weapons.
No weapons,
And
just
lots of
taters.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, the Hound's negative beliefs in the world were correct. So we got some really fun, from Ian McShane. Like, it was nice. We had him talking a little bit. I really liked how he did his little, speech to the peoples and talked about peace. And what war does to a man, what being a soldier does to you, morality-wise, moral-oral.
That's a TV show. Separate thing.
Yeah, and it was nice. And then the Hound was right after all. And so next episode, hopefully, Murderous Rampage Hound. Just the axe. No one chops skulls like
Gaston. Yeah.
So, kind of surprise. And maybe he's going to learn. Nope, everything's terrible. And moving on.
He's totally going to link back up with Arya.
After she floats her half-dead corpse across the fucking water.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll get to that.
Bobbing along.
First, we have to talk about wifely dutifs. Because even the priesthood...
Even the priesthood... The priesthood stance on wifely duties. Just lie down and take it, honey.
Yeah, right? And he was blunt about it. So the king tells me that he hasn't boned you
Yeah.
in a fortnight. Oh, well, there's been a lot going on. No. You gots to get to fucking. That's what I got out of this.
That's your job.
Some good old fire and brimstone, gots to get to fucking. And it was interesting how he kind of warned off the queen that, hey, by the way, really respect your grandmother. I'm a fucking killer.
Yeah. She's next, pretty much.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's so much power play going on in King's Landing right now. It's like, I feel that was more power play than a courtesy.
Yeah. So let's stick with King's Landing, because then we get from talking to Grandma Rose to seeing her and Cersei, since you're talking about power plays.
Well, I think we should touch on the in-between, which is basically Marjorie's proven that she's playing the game.
Okay.
She's not totally brainwashed here. She did what she had to do. She slipped G-Ma her little...
G-Ma.
Yeah, G-Ma. Queen of Thorns. Her little, note with the house logo, like, I'm still strong and I'm with you, but just trust me right now.
Yeah. GTFO.
Yeah. You
let
need to
me,
get
let
out
me
of here.
Yeah, because that's what we've always been hoping is that Marjorie is going to be the next Grandma Rose. That she's going to actually work from the shadows a lot better than Cersei did, not let her own ego take control.
Yeah.
She's just going to subtly, and I think she's really set. She has to find a way to separate her husband from the church once she's used that up to its full advantage. But otherwise, I think, yeah, things are really going her way right now. And Grandma Rose, I loved her threatening, what, the Septon Utella or Umel or whatever. Septon
Threatening
Aphid.
Nutella. She's threatening Nutella across the
Hell,
land. No more
honestly,
hazelnuts for anybody.
threatening Septon resting bitch face.
Yeah, shame none.
Shame.
Shame none.
She, uh,
Ding-ling-ling.
she's got a lot of airtime just for being so angry, huh?
I know. For somebody whose lines have consisted of
Confess,
confess,
shame,
shame,
and a couple of readings here and there.
yeah, and a couple of scripture passages, it's just, yeah, it's all resting none, bitch face.
It's like, I wonder how many people saw the Get Up and then just had flashbacks to Catholic school. Like, that was the one. That was the one that beat us with rulers sideways. But anyhow, yeah, so Grandma Rose takes the advice and she's prepping everything to leave, and then Cersei comes in and it's just still, I can't get a read on her this season.
Yeah, she has just gone out to lunch.
Is this part of her plot, or is she really that desperately grasping for straws?
I feel she's totally desperate. She has nothing. She has nothing because her son is now lost to her.
Well,
Jamie's lost to her. Like, what does she have left? She has the mountain, which is great, but I mean, Gma Rose there pointed out a grand thing where it's like, you have thousands and thousands of people who hate you.
so the big question is it going to wrap around? Is Qyburn going to find some useful information with his new little birds that he took over?
Yeah, we haven't seen any follow up with that. I mean, Cersei's not down and out. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but
Like,
but you think it's actual desperation and not a mask.
yeah, no, I think she's desperate as shit. And I think that illustration was made clear by how she approached Grandma Rose, where it was like, coming off with that air of genuine, like, wait, I understand that this is my fault. Like,
Yeah, that she actually admitted something.
yeah, like, I understand that it's my fault, but we're in this together now, and we have to stick together.
Like, no,
And then
fuck you. Bye.
even she cracked at the end, though, when Grandma Rose threw out her little quip of, seeing you miserable is the only joy I get to take away from this. And
And
you could
that
see Cersei crack.
and that shows the actress's abilities. Like they cast just the perfect woman, because just like that's literally all
Yeah,
it was. It was
that's
just
all
that
you
little
get.
quick,
It's like a
yeah,
little face tick.
yeah, and that's enough for us, the viewers, to be like, well, that didn't go the way she wanted it to, and now she has no idea what the fuck to do.
And that's why I say I do feel it's desperation in the sense that Cersei's always been playing a longer game, and her depth of reach with what she's able to do is getting shorter and shorter and
Yeah.
shorter.
And now she's finding that the allies that she thought she could count on are no longer there for her.
Yeah.
I like it. So on to more politics, but this time with
Comeuppance.
more beardage.
Yes, we always need more beards.
Jon Snow and Sansa set out on their adventure to recruit, first with the wildlings.
The wildlings were pretty easy sell. I expected a little bit more resistance.
I love the honesty. I
Yep.
just loved how brutally. I loved how each of the three, Jon Snow, the Onion Knight, and Sansa, each took a turn at trying to get people to show up. So Jon
And
Snow's was easy
so far, Sansa's the only one with no success.
so far. But yeah, Jon Snow talked to the wildlings, and then we go to Bear Island where he talks to them. That's what I imagine if you had a daughter.
If I specifically had a
If you
daughter.
had a daughter 10 years from now, she would just be like, what?
Yeah, what do you want? Why are
Stop
you
the
here?
bullshit. Yep, stop
Cut the
bull- no,
crap.
seriously.
Get to
She
the
would,
point.
she'd be running her third grade class with an
Yeah.
iron fist.
Yeah, Iron Rule. in my household. Iron
But
rule.
but that's what was great is Jon Snow tried to use the same. Well, it's we all have to survive, and she's like, that's not good enough. So then the Onion Knight steps forward. He's like, well, this is what's going to go down.
the the Onion Knight cast his like I know how to speak to young princesses and
I think,
regents.
well, yeah, he does have a soft spot for younger Prince, Marcella, rest in
Yeah.
peace. But he also knows how to read people. That's part of being a smuggler. You got to know pretty quick: is this legit or am I walking into a trap?
Oh
So he
yeah.
knew what to say. But then we get to Sansa's turn, where she kind of interrupted down at the castle, the swamp castle or whatever, and just nope, fuck you.
Yeah.
So, because I was honestly kind of hoping. Part of me was, when he's talking about they tortured. I was kind of hoping she was going to be like, well, let me tell you a little bit about the Bolton you work for now.
Right? I was like ready for her to like start rolling up sleeves and being like, "Yeah, here's where he flayed half my arm." Like
So
she's got to have some sort of
yeah,
physical
well,
maladies.
I was kind of surprised that didn't go that way, but I was not surprised when she turned and after talking to John and the Onion Knight and going, this isn't enough, that she may be turning back to the Eyrie.
I don't
Because
know. I mean, she'd be stupid not. She was stupid to send him away in the first place. I get she's mad at Baelish, but yeah, should have been like,
But
you
also remember
can
that
go,
in
they can
yeah,
stay.
in an early episode, Pater Baelish did kind of show that they were prepping to invade, anyways.
Yeah, I don't think they're that far away.
Yeah, I think that Raven's got a lot closer of a flight.
Yeah, I feel like that Raven's gonna just like fly off of her windowsill or out her tent and just go
Up
like a
and out,
yard
down and
down
out. Yeah.
the.
So we got all of this set up for a big battle going on up north, and now we get to see maybe a battle coming on over on the East Coast. East Coast. As we get to see my happy couple, Bron and Jamie, together again.
Ugh, the bromance continues.
Yeah, grumpy old man. I like that. It's nice. Yeah, just seeing Bron's like, you promised me this, you promised me that, you promised me this. You didn't give me shit, and now here I am. No, I'm not digging your whole. Oh, I'll be the commander of your armies. No, just
Yeah.
give me
I'm not
money.
digging your trenches.
Yeah, yeah, but he did, and I loved. For some reason, part of me recalls this being in a book in some point, like some way. Like I want to say that the Blackfish Siege was back in like book 4 or 5. It felt very familiar to me.
Got me.
But it's exactly the same as in the book. The phrase are incompetent fucktards.
Dinkuses. Yeah.
And Jamie just comes in and he's like, oh, God, no. You can't, because yeah, I believe in the novels there were like multiple family members that they brought out every single day, put nooses around their neck and threatened the Blackfish. And every single day the Blackfish was like, just fucking kill him or stop.
Yeah.
And so, because of budget constraints, we can only afford one relative for the show. But yeah, Jamie shows up. He cleans up their act. He's like, "No, we're going to do a real siege. Then we're going to potentially do an attack." And I loved what. I know I've been dominating. I've been really excited for this episode.
It's okay. I know
What did you
you're
think
so
about
pumped.
the parlay?
I thought it was great. I thought it was great. I felt like it was basically two men walked out on a plank bridge and went, "Well, let's see it then." Yeah.
The Blackfish was big.
Oh, it was totally bigger. And I'm inclined to agree with him. I'm so irritated with Jamie this season because we saw him grow so much
Yeah.
throughout his whole, trials and losing his hand and that whole ordeal.
And then even Dorn. Hell,
Yeah.
which
And it's
still got not there.
yeah, which is probably not showing up this season at all at this point. But that said, I feel like he's completely backtracked. Like he got back to King's Landing, and as soon as he was in that familiar habitat, gone.
I think he's still got some of the maturity, but they haven't honestly given him any opportunities, like show-wise and plot-wise. Like he's been forced, no, you're a soldier, go soldier. And they've taken away a lot of his opportunities, and now he's grasping as much as Cersei is, because he used to be the right hand, confident he had his sister girlfriend, he had his kids, he had his power, he had his cockiness. He
Yeah.
lost his cockiness and he was alone and had to grow. Gets back there and he's like, well, kind of have my sister girlfriend still, don't have many kids left, but I have none of that power. What do I do? And I think he did regress, but I think part of that is the show deliberately forcing him to keep being like, what more do you need from me, kind of.
No, I understand that, but at the same point, it's not benefiting him.
True.
And I'm waiting for him to wake up and be like, oh, being an arrogant dick,
Yeah.
not really working out.
Works great on the phrase, though. I mean, just don't stop being a
Oh, well,
dick.
yeah. Yeah, no, always be a dick to the phrase. That's rule number one. It's written, like, in the actual playbook. Always be a dick to the phrase. I don't see this ending well for him. And is this not, like, Brienne is going to the Blackfish, correct? Is
Yeah,
that not where
to,
Sansa dispatched her?
to recruit him for the North.
So I foresee some like
Issues.
I'm so excited, right? Because like my ship, they're gonna get back together. Yes.
Yeah,
However,
yeah, would Jamie go, all right, you can help the North, but you have to vacate the castle? And will the Blackfish be like, I need to go help, what's left of my family, my niece, basically, and
yeah.
here, have your castle, but you have to let me go free to go fight your ward in the North? See, I don't think that's going to work either.
Yeah, I don't see any way this ending well, and I don't see any way that Brienne and Jamie can't end up in conflict.
And Brienne wins.
Because Brienne's honor bound to she bound herself to Sansa.
Yeah.
So with Jamie's position and what he's been ordered to do by the king, like they're in direct conflict here, and I'm very nervous.
So let's rush through our last two little bits. We've got what you put, the Squidbillies.
The Squidbillies!
Come on over here, get a drink. Hey, look at these tits. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, look at these titties. Come here, get a drink.
Now we just needed her to yell out to one of her shipmates. But hey, Early, come over here, give us another drink.
One of her shipmates needs to be named Early, and we're square, 100%.
Another broken man.
Yeah.
And I like how blunt his sister was.
I want my brother back. Yeah.
Or just kill yourself. Just like literally fucking kill yourself because I can't deal with this. I need the old you. Which the rest of those who've been watching the show are like, I don't think you need the old Theon. He was kind of a fucktard too.
Yeah, could we have like new Theon with a little bit less reek and a little bit more like the Theon we saw jump off the wall with Sansa?
Let's take the cunning and the confidence of the old Theon and mix it with the wisdom of the new Theon, and maybe we can make a decent human being.
And
out
humility.
of it. Yeah, but I like that they're going to try and race to Marine now. They're going to try and beat their uncle there to sell themselves.
Which, if they stole all the ships, like, I don't know how fast the Iron Islands can make boats.
Yeah. Can they make 1,000 ships? I don't think so. But remember, they didn't steal all the boats.
Oh, I thought they stole all the boats.
No, they took their fleet and ran off. So there's still
because when they were like farmers, go to your houses and bring me your wood, I was like, oh, they took all the boats. Damn.
Well, no, because he said he's going to build 1,000 ships to go sail to Marine and bring all the soldiers back. And you need about 1,000 ships for that. Same estimate that,
Let's be real, though. Cocky douchebag, right? Again, cocky douchebag guy. I feel this is important with Dragon Mama.
Yep.
Versus brother and sister ousted by their family. Oh, gee, that sounds vaguely familiar.
Right? Is she gonna do what is easy, and when the other fleet comes to be like, no, I'm going to go with you because you have the big enough fleet? Or is she going to be like, no, listen, they've already promised themselves to me. I've already put them under my protection.
Now I'm going to kill you and steal more of your ships.
The third option is she's just going to be like, no, these two are much better people. You are actually a real piece of shit. I'm going to have my dragon eat your ship and take the rest.
Yeah.
Which is, of course, what we're hoping for, the third option.
I'm totally hoping for it. And I feel really kind of bad about that because the uncle here has had maybe,
10 minutes of screen time?
10 minutes or less, and I'm already like, no, you're douche.
But that's the whole point. They're not even highlighting how nuts he is in in the books. I mean, he's insane and cunning, which is we have enough insane and cunning people. We already have.
Yeah,
We
we
still
don't.
have Bolton.
I'm at quota. Yeah, until Ramsey's gone, I am at quota. I cannot take anymore.
And then otherwise, we just have a nice little 5 minutes with Arya, a nice relaxing
Yeah.
walk, and she gets herself passage, and then nothing happens. Nothing bad happens at all.
No, nobody walked up to practice their stabby stabbing. What is up with this show and just being obsessed with the repetitive, like, stabbing the girl parts?
And
Like,
I think that
stop.
also shows that the other girl isn't just an emotionless servant of the Faceless One. She derived a lot of pleasure from stabbing her in the stomach, knowing that she's going to bleed out over the course of days, rather than just like, hey, done.
Yeah.
That also shows us that Arya.
Even after she was specifically instructed to do otherwise.
Yep. So she's kind of a bitch, and hopefully that'll backfire on her. But Arya's going to survive. We're just going to have to wait until next episode or the one after to find out who takes her in.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Are you sure you're sure?
Positive.
Would you like to phone a friend?
Why? Did you watch something I didn't?
No, I'm just being an asshole.
Yeah.
That's payback for that remark last week.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, of course you don't. Well, thank you, everybody, for watching us ramble and bearing with us being a day late due to so many technical difficulties this weekend.
It's hard to record when you have no internet.
Yes, it is.
Thanks, cable.
So anyway, we'll see you all next week. As always, we're pretty chatty down in that comment section. If you have something this week or you want to jump in on our predictions game and beat Pappy, because I've demonstrated
It's not hard.
it's pretty easy to do, because he's apparently allergic to points.
Bye.
We'll see y'all next week. Bye.